I'd be crying too if I was letting my baby go to school.
Oh, yeah, that's emotional.
Tears are flowing. That's great to see. A lot of action happening in the Weather Center right now. Let's get over to meteorologist Brad Panovich.
Yeah, a lot of rainfall out there tonight. We've got flood advisories and flood warnings for parts of the area. Slow-moving thunderstorms. This will be a trend tonight and tomorrow. This thunderstorm thankfully weakens just a little bit, but there's still a lot of runoff going on. Remember, these storms will probably re-intensify, so flash flooding could be an issue in Union County, down into parts of Chesterfield, maybe even Anson County. A little bit of a lull in the Piedmont, but new warnings popping up here in Wilkes, Watauga, up towards Ashe County. These are just stationary storms. They're just not moving. And these are normally flash flood prone areas anyways on the eastern facing slopes. Stalled front, always a tricky situation when you have a stalled front and a lot of moisture, which we have a ton of it over us right now. None of this is associated with Idalia yet, but that moisture is coming north. 70-mile-per-hour winds, but in the next 24 hours, we're anticipating rapid intensification, which means it could drop 24 millibars in about 20 hours or so. It's going to get really strong, possibly a Category 3 by this time tomorrow. You could see by Wednesday morning early, a Cat 3, 120-mile-an-hour winds. That rapid intensification and the angle of approach on the coast, this is an area that sees huge storm surge with this setup. So high water level, maybe over 12 feet of water. And then we're going to see water on our coast, mainly storm surge as well as rain. The combination of astronomical high tides, the swells from Franklin, which is way out there, but also our hurricane coming up from the south. So the combination of three things could produce a lot of storm surge issues and flooding on the coast. Already tropical storm watches up for parts of the area. And look at all the storm surge warnings and watches, the whole west coast of Florida and now parts of South Carolina and Georgia. These might be expanded to the north with time. That is Franklin. That's a Category 4 hurricane. It's going to stay offshore, but it's still producing swells. Here comes Idalia coming up from the south, interacts with this front. So where the heavier rain band set up is still kind of questionable. It could be just to our south or just over us. It certainly looks like the worst weather is going to be along I-95 and towards the coast, with better weather moving in for the upcoming weekend. You see the scattered storms tonight. They're going to be around. A lot of this is associated with the stalled front and not the tropical system. But on late Wednesday into Thursday, we'll start to see the rain band set up. Now, depending on where this track is, subtle shift could bring a lot of rain back here Wednesday or shift it off to the east. But by late Thursday, I do expect drier and cooler air to move in and really setting the stage for what is going to be a great weekend. Flash flooding is our #1 concern. Medium risk tonight, tomorrow, and a low risk on Wednesday with the higher risk near the coast. That's where we're expecting the heavier rain. This is rainfall on top of what we've already seen over the next couple of days. So you see some areas 1 to 2, even 4, maybe 5 inches of rain. So soaking rains this week, hit or miss variety, but they're going to be out there. What about wind? Wind is not a huge issue for us. We don't see really big wind gusts. These are about the highest they're going to get, 25, maybe 30 miles per hour. This will be more of a wind issue on the coast. Rainfall is our #1 concern. This is Franklin. Look at that impressive eye right at sunset. That is a powerful hurricane. Thank goodness this is going to stay out to sea. It's going to miss us. It's going to miss Bermuda, and it's going to miss Canada. So good news, that is not heading our way. Here's a look at your Guy Roofing 7-day forecast. If we can get through the next 3 days, and really early Thursday, the rain should move out. We're going to see highs only in the low 80s, morning lows in the 50s. Look at that holiday weekend, upper 80s to near 90 and mostly sunny. We'll be right back.